Globalization and rising medical practice strains. That is the topic of today's presentation. A paradoxical outcome of global socioeconomic interdependence in conflict with the healthcare industry. Almost 3 decades after the fall of the Communist Iron Wall and the expansion of socioeconomic globalization, our diverse globe is still more segregated than ever. It only resembles holding everything and everyone with glue, and that glue is the corporate culture that has riddled every industry today. The top reason behind socioeconomic globalization was to improve the quality of life for everyone through the creation of interdependence between world nations. The growing scale of cross-border trade of goods and services has increased the interdependence of world economies. The healthcare industry has had its share of globalism, affecting medical manufacturing and medication supplies. The emergence of the COVID-19 pandemic has put the socioeconomic globalization capacity to the test, and the outcome was not as expected. Today, high drug prices are rising because of the increasing global interdependence and reliance on each other's resources, and medical supply flow is being interrupted. Even the health information industry is suffering due to this clutter. According to a recent report from the Medical Group Management Association, MGMA, on July 5, 2022, expenses not related to labor have taken a significant turn towards the high cost. Information technology ranked second to medication cost at 24%, the latter being 36%. The facility and administrative supply costs follow the last two, at 17% and 9%, respectively. Most healthcare executives, 52%, believe such a drastic increase is due to inflation. Then again, most feel cost containment is a high priority in solving the problem. And strategies such as increasing workforce productivity optimization, improving processes, reducing overhead, leveraging economies of scale with other hospitals, groups, seeking lower-cost supplies, and eliminating unprofitable services should be among the top priorities. Earlier MGMA report in 2021 had already raised the red flag on influenza vaccine shortages and a price increase by their pharmaceutical manufacturers for the 2022-23 influenza season. That shortage was merely because the manufacturers' supply chains focused on COVID-19 vaccine production. Halfway through 2022, based on the MGMA's stat poll, the cost of specialty medicines like cancer drugs has risen significantly. We can conclude that some immunology and rheumatology medications and the already increasing prior authorization rate and decreasing payments have stressed medical practices. Now that we have tested the limits of transglobal trade and interdependence through Russia's invasion of Ukraine and another recent COVID-19 lockdown across China, we see their effects more clearly. Impacts include rising energy costs, transportation limitations, food shortages, and computer chip droughts. Concerning the global chip shortage, dependence on semiconductors has spread beyond just computers. Today, any item from cars to toothbrushes and tumble dryers uses some form of semiconductor chip product. And since China is one of the biggest suppliers of chips, recent economic sanctions are making chips less accessible to other countries and firms. That naturally affects information technology, electronic health record systems, and other medical devices. Healthcare systems and medical practices feel the pressure of supply disruptions, be it the drug supply or semiconductor chips, thus often deferring any scheduled upgrades. In fact, medical practices that have already taken up virtual patient care feel the increase in updating their cybersecurity systems. According to various reports, healthcare delivery is becoming globalized. Nevertheless, health and healthcare are way too complex and personal to globalize in the same sense as goods or products. There are many variable factors when it comes to health and healthcare that makes it too complex. These are factors such as ethics, culture, and individual determinants of health. In other words, what may be the best for one individual in the United States may not be ideal for another person in Germany. There is another group that feels medical professionals should embrace globalism. They believe technology has eliminated many communication barriers, including distance, time, and cost. Then again, that may be true. Nonetheless, I have a question: at what expense? At the expense of raising prices and taking over the industries by a few large corporations? Indeed, globalization policies have exemplified neoliberal hypotheses that are questionable in their effectiveness, even though collective rhetorics backed them. Liberalization of global socio-economic integration, trade, and investment has given rise to contemporary global supply chains, creating health opportunities and risks. One related adverse outcome of socio-economic globalization is the growing size and power of a few multinational corporations dominating every industry, from food and drink products to banking, to health technologies. All in all, neoliberal globalism is uttering universalism under the notion of an interconnected and brotherly planet. Or is it? Thank you for watching this video. You can find the original article to this video on medium.com.